Hello, I am Packard, an illustrator and visual artist. In this video, I want to show you calmly and in detail a special selection of my illustrated art plates. These are not anonymous, mass-produced images. Each piece begins with an artistic idea, careful drawing, composition, color, and many hours of refinement. Look closely at the richness of the scene, the decorative elements, the characters, and the atmosphere. My purpose is to create images that tell a story and remain interesting every time you look at them. This presentation is also an invitation to discover a limited promotional opportunity for collectors, decorators, readers, and people who value original illustration. The first thing I would like you to notice is the amount of detail. A good illustration must work from a distance as a complete composition, but it must also reward the viewer who comes closer. Small objects, foliage, architecture, expressions, textures, and lines all contribute to the final result. I combine traditional artistic experience with digital resources that improve definition, balance, and print quality. Technology does not replace the artist's hand or judgment. It helps me prepare the image so that the printed plate remains faithful to the original intention. The goal is a strong visual presence, clear contours, rich tonal variation, and a finish suitable for framing, displaying, studying, or giving as a meaningful gift. These plates can be appreciated in many different settings. They may become part of a private collection, a reading room, a studio, a hotel, a restaurant, a cultural space, or a themed interior. They can also serve as special presentation pieces for books, stories, historical projects, family memories, and regional themes. What matters is that the image has personality. I do not want it to look disposable. I want the viewer to feel that there is a world inside the paper. During this promotion, I am presenting selected works and examples of the quality that can be achieved. Availability, dimensions, themes, and finishing options may vary, so the best way to choose is to speak with me directly and describe what you need. Here you can see another example with a different visual language and a different emotional focus. Every subject demands its own treatment. A portrait needs sensitivity in the face and eyes. A historical scene needs credible clothing, objects, and atmosphere. A children's illustration needs clarity, charm, movement, and warmth. Decorative work requires rhythm and harmony. For that reason, I do not apply one automatic formula to everything. I study the purpose of the image and develop the solution around it. The printed plate is then checked for contrast, color, margins, and presentation. This careful process is what turns an image file into a physical piece that can be handled, shown, protected, framed, or incorporated into a larger artistic project. Presentation is an important part of the work. Even a beautiful illustration can lose impact when it is printed without attention to paper, surface protection, or finishing. I therefore consider how the plate will be used. Some people prefer a clean art print ready for a frame. Others need a protected presentation copy for demonstrations, portfolios, teaching, or repeated handling. In every case, the intention is to preserve the image and keep it pleasant to view. The transparent protection shown here allows the work to remain visible while reducing direct contact with dust, moisture, and fingerprints. It also helps when several pieces must be transported or presented together. These practical details are simple, but they make a real difference in the life and appearance of the work. My experience comes from many years of design, illustration, visual development, and technological innovation. I have worked with industry, artistic production, communication, and the preparation of images for different applications. Today, I bring that accumulated knowledge into each project. I may begin with a hand-drawn line, a sketch, an old photograph, a literary scene, an architectural reference, or an entirely new concept. From there, I refine the composition and prepare it for a high-quality final result. The process can include pen work, crayon, acrylic painting, digital correction, enlargement, and print preparation. The important point is coherence. Every technique must serve the image, not distract from it. The final plate should look intentional, balanced, and professionally finished. This promotion is especially useful for people who want to know my work before commissioning a larger project. A selected plate gives you the opportunity to examine the line quality, composition, printing, and overall presentation in person. It can also be the beginning of a themed collection. You may be interested in historical subjects, regional culture, religious or literary scenes, family portraits in period styles, decorative images, maps, children's characters, or custom illustrations for souvenirs and publications. Because each request is different, I prefer direct conversation rather than offering a generic promise. Tell me the purpose, the desired size, the theme, and the intended use. Then I can explain what is available and what can be created specifically for you. Now I am showing some of the finishing tools and small procedures used to improve the physical presentation. Corners, edges, openings, protective materials, and attachment points must be handled carefully. A small defect can draw attention away from the artwork, while a clean finish supports the image without competing with it. This is hand-finished work, inspected piece by piece. The purpose is not to make the process complicated, but to deliver something that feels complete. The exact finishing method depends on the material and the destination of the plate. For a portfolio, a display sample, a framed print, or a presentation set, the solution may be different. What remains constant is the care given to the final appearance and to the protection of the illustration. Thank you for watching this presentation and for taking the time to look at my work. The current promotion is limited to the pieces, formats, and production capacity available at the time of your request. To receive the updated options, prices, and delivery conditions, contact me directly. My name is Packard, Paulo Cardoso, from Elevert Studio in Nova Petrópolis, Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. You can reach me by WhatsApp at +55 48 999 292200 or by email at thepackard@gmail.com. I will be pleased to explain the available art plates, discuss a personalized illustration, or prepare a proposal for your project. Original images, careful finishing, and art created to tell your story. Packard, Illustrator.